Oh, shit.
It was just like, well, here we go.
Day one.
But I've had stuff where, like, one time, Mantic Ritual, back when we were still Meltdown, we're playing some really ratty punk venue in Pittsburgh called Mr. Roboto. And the singer and I would always, like, lean into each other all 80s style to play this riff. It was the end of the set. And he had noticed, hey, like, you know the polarity thing you see in old movies, how old stuff has switches that go up and down, and it's because the polarity of the circuit might be different, and you can get fucking electrocuted if you don't match it right. So it used to be the crew would flip the switch and then tap the mic and be like, okay. So Dan kept being like, dude, the mic is zapping my lips. And I'm like, weird, it's not happening to me, which should have made me think I shouldn't touch Dan. But at the end of the set, we're covered in sweat and we make full arm contact. And it felt like somebody just socked me in the face. Like, it was the hardest electric shock I've ever had. And I just, like, come to, still chugging that fucking eighth note in the middle of One by One, like leaning against the wall, and we're just staring at each other like, what the fuck was that?
Oh shit,
Nice.
that's amazing.
My old amp had that same thing. I had a Vox Buckingham, and it had one of those switches because there was a couple shows where I was getting fried. You know, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know? And of course they didn't have any screens on it. So, but then I said, oh, okay, you flip the switch and I'm not going to die and get electrocuted. So,
Yeah.
okay, that's nice.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's nice. Excellent. Those are all good stories, man. It's nice to know that no matter what the scenario, situation, the band, there's always something that can get fucked up. You know?
Oh yeah.
No, I like that. All right, now we're going to move to some of the things that Vic likes. He wants to play some of these games. We're going to create some hypothetical situations, and I want we'll just see where this goes. We got some interesting scenarios, and just going to get your input. All right, guys, I want you to create a super group, not including anyone you've performed with, which 3 or 4 musicians, past or present, alive or dead, would you want to play with?
Oh man. So like me on drums, and then I could pick. Is that
the
what you mean?
super group?
It's a super group, so you are going to be you can play with any 3 or 4 people you want.
Oh, okay.
If you want to play drums in the super group, yeah, it's exactly. Who else would you want to play with you?
Oh man. Let me think. This is awesome. I'd probably set, for me, it would probably be Iommi on guitar, maybe like John Paul Jones on bass, and oh man, maybe like some let me think. I need another guitar player. Maybe like early 80s Hetfield on guitar. That sounds like a pretty cool group.
Excellent. Who's singing?
Oh shit, dude. Man. Fucking Ozzy's singing, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is quite a group.
I got 2 Black Sabbaths.
Nice. All right, Jeff, how about you, man?
Ooh, okay.
I know this one's hard.
I think Ian Pace on drums.
Nice, dude.
Great choice.
Man, like, yeah, I was talking to Eric from Gygax once about Ian Pace, and he just said, really, without missing a beat, Ian Pace is the best rock drummer. And I went, yeah, but what about, oh my God, Ian Pace might be the best rock drummer.
Yeah, he's great.
Those grace notes. Anyway.
Yeah.
And he's not flash. That's the thing. He's not flashy, but man, it's more than just being in the pocket too. I think you're right that the grace notes.
There's a smoothness.
Yeah. It's watching him. You see what he's playing. It doesn't always come through in a mix, every little nuance. But when you watch him, it's like, holy fuck. Okay. Yeah. It's like watching Scott Rockenfeld.
He's got taste.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ian Pace, also JPJ on bass.
Like, yes, dude.
Yeah. I think Glen will let you borrow him.
I mean, we could. I got this like the day I turned 18. So
yes, I love that.
So, John Paul Jones, on guitar, me, On guitar and vocals, Rory Gallagher.
Oh, nice.
And if I can get someone else, if we're allowed to make it a 5-piece, John Lord on keys.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Oh man.
excellent. All right, Vic, this is you, man. Wild
Okay,
card.
hang with me. Hang with me here. This is a real complex one.
Me on
Pre-Black Album.
guitar, me singing, me on
Pre-
Yeah.
track.
And
Pre-
Glen.
belly taps.
Pre-Black Album Metallica
Yeah.
with Dave Mustaine back in the band.
Oh,
Sweet.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I
Okay.
watch.
Choice.
That's my job in the band is I watch from
You
side
watch.
stage.
Hands in your pants, checking them out.
Yes.
Solid choice.
Both hands. Deep in
Okay.
there.
Slapping your butt, your belly.
Nice. Exactly.
Yes.
Right. Okay, if you could go back in time to see one classical composer conduct a piece of music, who would the composer be?
Ooh, that's awesome.
Oh man, I have. Am I allowed to give like 5 of these?
There you go. Anything you want, man.
Okay. Bach performing the Brandenburg concertos with him on keys, like number 5 with the final boss harpsichord solo. Would love to see the master himself do it because it's supposed to be improvisational. People think Baroque music's fucking homework music. It's not. It is supposed to be improvisational. You're supposed to feel it in the moment and read the fucking room. Debussy conducting Debussy. Stravinsky conducting Stravinsky. Mendelssohn playing his own violin concerto.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
sick. Dude, I don't know. Probably like Mozart or something, I guess. I don't know.
He's the rock star of his day, man.
Yeah. Is it
Mhm.
true? Is it true he was an asshole?
Yeah. He was like a child prodigy. He's a child famous dude.
And
Yeah,
then
he wrote
he-
his
They were
first-
no different
first-
back then than they are now.
First symphony
Yeah.
at age, or a symphony at age 5. So I don't know.
Wow.
I like
Insane.
Symphony number 5. He was, I think, 6 years old when he wrote that one. It's metal. I don't know if you've ever heard Symphony number 5. It's like got fucking metal riffs. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
see-
It's really dark and like fuck. This is like doom metal, man. This is awesome.
Yeah. I love
Right.
that.
Okay, wild card.
Rust in Peace era of Megadeth. That's the classical composers I want to see. Nick Min's on drums, Marty Friedman in the band. Everybody's there. Everybody's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Tight.
That's what I'm going with.
Like that video
Honestly,
where
I
someone's
would-
walking around during sound check and they're soundtracking Lucretia, and it's like,
Yeah.
man, why do we even keep making music after this?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Let's
Marty
just
Friedman
stop where
plays
we're on
this-
top.
I mean, Tornado of Souls, that solo in that song it makes me cry. So, but dude, I would live to see, honestly, any classical composer in that time, in that moment. I mean, wow, that would be amazing because that's genuine musicianship, man. That's no fucking
Yeah.
around. I can't say that I have a specific one I'd want to go see, but rattle off any of the big names and it's like, I'd like to see this. This would be pretty fucking awesome because the music is fucking metal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
dude.
it absolutely
is.
is. It speaks very much to it.
My new record, we did Schubert's Der Erlkönig,
Mhm.
and it's like I just took piano right hand as guitar 1, piano left hand as guitar 2.
Yeah.
Right? It's about like a Goethe poem about like death following a father galloping a horse through the woods, and I'm like,
Yeah.
is this the first gallop riff? And he was
Right.
17 when he wrote it, so he was
Right.
definitely like, this is gonna be dark and intense.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
I
it
am
lends
good.
it definitely is it lends itself to metal very well. So any of them would be fantastic. I mean, seeing any
Yeah. Any of
fantastic
the big
musician perform.
virtuosos.
Right.
Seeing Paganini
Right.
or Liszt or any of these guys that were like
Right.
Liszt, where there were literally like there was like a Beatlemania about him, where women would throw their panties on stage. Like I just want to see.
Right, yeah.
I want to see a concert hall that's like a chamber music, like you're in like a fancy chamber with like 30 people with like woohoo and like it's like 1860 in your high society and everyone's like haha, and then suddenly there's like shrieking women getting naked and it's like
And then you
we wrote a
realize
piece
no
called
one's
The Black
bathed in 2
Mass.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
they all got
crazy.
these powdered wigs and shit on, and every all
Yeah.
these fucking panties.
Let's see.
being thrown on
he's-
stage,
Yeah. If the
He's literally like,
Americans-
this next song's about Mephistopheles and like women are like masturbating in the aisles. It's like, what the fuck?
I brought my
is this?
What's happening
crucifix.
here?
I cannot picture this.
That's awesome. Nice. Okay, Vic, I this one I thought of you when I included this one because I think this might be it's been on our question bank for a long time. We've never asked anyone until now. If you could remaster or remix one album, what album would it be and why? Because I know you are all into that.
The Antique Witcheries, because then I could give a big fuck you to Earache if I had a different mix and remaster. Maybe not. We'll do a different one though, but I don't know. Fuck Earache, you Earache people, fuck you. But if I could remix and remaster. So here's the thing. Typically I prefer original mixes and masters. I'll buy remastered stuff if there's bonus material and shit, but
usually just like add a bass, add more bass.
Well,
That's
yeah,
it.
I guess, to be honest, since it's on the topic, And Justice for All would be one because I do want to hear
not
the
add the
bass.
bass, just add a bass note.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that does, yeah, they need to. I don't know why they haven't. They have bass tracks for it. There are Jason Newsted bass tracks.
Yeah, and they're good. They're
that's
good
an
bass
easy
tracks.
money grab. That's a simple money grab. Here it is with the bass. Like everyone's wanted it for years, but they just won't do it.
Someone have to admit they're wrong.
Yeah,
exactly.
Someone figured that out before.
Lars is the one who wanted it dropped lower and lower. I mean, if anything about the video I saw watching them mixing it,
yeah,
the videos and stuff in the
just
studio,
kept pushing it down and then dropped it down 5 more decibels. So, but
it's
whatever
like,
their reasonings, cutting edge, tribute to Cliff Burton, whatever it was. Yeah, okay, guys. Well, here's the opportunity. You got to do it your way. Now the fans want it this way, so go ahead and cash in on that as well. I thought they were going to
sell
it
a million copies.
Exactly. So I don't know. You just got to bootleg it off of YouTube where that guy did it. So
yeah,
but I would probably do that because I don't know. There's not too many albums where I'm just like, I don't really get into the production into music. I just like good riffs. So it could sound like it
love
was
the production in it. Don't give us that shit.
No,
you were talking
man,
to Nicholas about that.
Well, the stuff interests me, but production doesn't weigh heavy on me when I like music. I'm there for the riffs,
oh,
man,
I
and
see.
the harmonies
you're
and the
much like
melodies.
Dreadpool doesn't give a shit about what it sounds like. He just likes
I don't. It could literally sound like it was tracked on a talk boy. It's got cool riffs. It's got
like
cool
Operation
riffs.
Mindcrime 2.
That's just a bad album. So I don't know.
The mix is horrible on some of the tracks, which we've
For
discussed
me,
on our episode.
I can't get past how bad the songs are. That's so for me, it's not. I can't even listen to the production because the songs
a disappointing
are just bad.
album. Yeah,
But so yeah, for me, I wouldn't probably remix or remaster too many records. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple in there. Like I said, I think And Justice for All does need to have the proper, instruments represented. But aside from that, I wouldn't do that. That's why you've not asked anyone because probably wouldn't do it. Dumb question. Get it out of there.
Not a dumb question. Fuck you, Vic. Okay, we'll go back to the cool guys. Glenn, Jeff, would there be any albums that you'd want to remix or remaster?
Oh, man. Jeff, you want to go?
Yeah, if you're still thinking. There's a lot of stuff in the era of like, it was the mid 2000s and everyone was freaking out like, people listen to music on earbuds now and we don't know what to do about it. And it was like, just mix your albums well and everything will take care of itself. But like when everyone flipped out and we're like, people listen to music on phones, we don't know what to do. And like, we have modeled guitar amps, they're really good. And they weren't. Like, guitar modeling's good now, it was not then. And like, clicky kicks are what's up, but like, we don't know. For some reason, we've lost the plot on like what to do with clicky kicks. So there is a Children of Bodom album called Relentless, Reckless, Forever that is this fucking diamond in the rough of their later career. Because for me, that band's first 4 records are like gold, and then everything else is pretty fucking
right.
Relentless, Reckless, Forever is so good, and the songwriting is awesome, and the playing is awesome, and his melodies are sick, and the mix is like the dumbest, weirdest mix. And he'd even said in interviews being like, yeah, man, I don't know what we were doing with that guitar tone. That kick is so weird, and it sticks out like such a weird sore thumb. And I was always like, and everyone's always like, Bodom sucks real bad, like post early 2000s, and I'm like, there's one exception, and I feel like no one knows or cares, but it's such a good record that just never got any play because it sounds like shit.
Yeah, I have never even heard of that one.
It's really good. Check it out.
No, I need to.
I'd probably choose Death Magnetic.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it sounds horrible. It's
Take
just
that
like,
horrific auto tune off.
oh, dude, that one
Yes.
song when he's like, "This I swear, this I swear, this I swear." It just sounds like so weird. The
Yeah.
freaking drums are so. And what pisses me off is that they recorded it at Sound City, and Sound City gets amazing tone.
Yeah.
And that drum sound, like I get a better drum sound in my basement.
Yeah. I was in LA going
Lars
to
was on a
school
good
for
kick.
recording when this was made, and all
Lars
of
was
us
on
were
a good
like,
roll for bad drum sounds around that time.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Saint Anger is horrible. Yeah.
yeah.
That too, like it would be pretty cool. Like I don't know if I know it's kind of lame to do, but if bands will like go back and re-record a record,
Yeah, no, it happens a
It's-
lot. To
I
be
mean,
honest,
it would be cool if they just re-recorded the drum tracks with an actual
Yes.
snare drum.
Right. Or make them sound
They-
a little not dead and thuddy, a little bit more to bring out the tones. I want to hear
Yeah.
the simple colors. I'm a drummer,
Yeah.
so I totally get it. You know,
Exactly.
you mix the drums first. You want to hear everything. That's why whoever mixes, you know, like Rush's albums tended to have, even though
Oh.
those were a little drier, but you still hear everything. You listen to Hemispheres, you hear every fucking thing
I know,
perfectly.
I love it.
Isn't that
You know,
didn't Chris Lord Alge do that record? No, that was 2112.
Yeah, they had, I forget which producer they'd use, but you know, everything was just in its own austere perfection. You could hear everything. You know, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Permanent Waves, those albums just sound amazing.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. And the last hypothetical here for you guys. If you could be any superhero for 24 hours, who would you be?
Ooh.
And what would you do with your day of power?
I would be Flash, and then I'd ask Vic to send me 15 songs, and I'd play them in 15 minutes, and then send them back to him.
And then what are you going to do with the rest of the
And
24
then he'd slow
3
roll
hours
down
and
and they would fit
45
the
minutes?
track.
The rest of the day,
Yeah, you got 24 hours of being the Flash.
just trying to watch every page on Pornhub until I finally find that perfect video.
yes.
And then
Okay,
once you
yeah.
watch it once, you're never going to be the same. It's like, I've
Yeah.
seen it.
I'm over sex now.
Yeah, yeah, Flash.
Okay, that's a great answer, Jeff.
Yeah,
Man. I don't know. I don't know that many superheroes. Let me think for a second. I mean, I could just be Spider-Man and just like go swing around all day and just be like later and just go like have fun flipping around through the sky.
But you
fucking
should
freaking
bring-
people out.
you should bring a guitar with you with those like pocket amps and just
Yeah.
like rip a quick lick, and then like it's kids trying to like cross the street, but there's a car coming, and you like zoom down, slam the freaking car with your spider shit, and then play
Be
a
like,
quick solo.
like
Yeah,
Bill and Ted.
yeah.
Do Bill and Ted count as superheroes?
Spider Shredder.
Spider shredder.
If Bill and Ted count as superheroes, I would like the ability to do air guitar and just have a sweet lick happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a mood
Yes.
appropriate sweet lick.
All right, sort of
Yes.
Shredman.
Awesome.
Nice.
That would
Okay.
be cool.
All right.
Good, I like that.
Okay, wild card.
I would be Thanos
yeah.
for 24 hours,
I'm-
and I
I'm-
would snap my fingers once.
What happens when you snap your fingers?
Wipe out every living thing. I just
So-
want to be mean. Just want to be
Here's the
mean.
thing with Thanos. The dude
Sometimes
clearly
he's-
he didn't understand the concept of exponential growth because humanity would be right back to where it was in one
Yeah.
generation
Yeah.
if you killed half of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a
He's
deal.
not always a bad guy either, though. Sometimes he plays both sides. So
Oh,
I do
okay.
I just like his abilities, and he's my favorite character. I guess he's not necessarily a hero. If I have to pick a hero, do I have to pick a hero?
super
Does he
powered.
count?
That's fine. No, that's cool.
Yeah, man. He
Thanos
does all the
has
cool
got-
stuff. He does all the cool stuff, man. He's always got some kind of thing that makes him omnipotent, and he can shoot shit out of his eyes. People don't talk about that. He's fucking giant, and he's purple.
Like
He's
Grimace.
like well, he's a cooler Grimace because he's buff and way cooler looking. Grimace is dumb. Grimace is like a
but you don't
stupid
know if
cousin.
Grimace's shape is from muscle or not.
Nah,
He could be
Grimace
like a
is
very muscular.
Grimace is a
candy
walking.
corn.
He's a walking butt plug. I don't want that job.
Yeah,
like
he looks like
not-
a
He could be
pear.
a solid mass of muscle. Like looks like a candy corn, man.
no, man.
Yeah.
He's eating cheeseburgers all the time.
Go
That's-
super
I-
hard on
Protein, a
leg
lot of
day.
protein.
I just want to
I
be
don't know. I'm
Thanos.
just making an argument for Grimace, man. Just making an argument.
I mean, he's probably my favorite McDonald's character if I had to pick one, him or the Hamburglar.
Yeah.
But
Giant walking butt plug. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that's good, man.
He
That's
is.
the name of the next Volcana
He's a
album.
butt plug, right? He's shaped
He's
like a
like a
butt plug,
butt
isn't
You
he?
should get the album
like
on. Get some butt plugs
Loosely
for promotion.
triangular.
Put your logo on there.
I
Yeah.
mean, butt plugs are probably a really good merch item. I don't know that I've ever seen one. I've seen cock rings, but I don't know that I've seen.
Ghost
butt
made a
plugs.
butt plug.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, who? Oh.
Ghost. They had one. It was shaped like the singer's
Oh,
like
that's
head.
right. I thought that was a dildo. They were doing something where you something like that. I've seen dick candles.
Yeah.
It's a dick candle.
Like it's a dick. It's
Like
a cock.
a candle that's a dick.
yeah,
Yeah.
a penis candle.
I thought you meant like a candle that you put on your dick for some reason. I was like,
That's
man,
it. No, that's the
the
one
kids
though.
today.
No one's done that. A dick
Yeah.
candle.
Wow.
It's
Light the way.
and people would think that it would be like for like some sick S&M shit, but it's really for when the lights go out and you don't actually have a flashlight, so you just put the candle on your dick and it frees up your hands
Right.
to open
Search for that
doors and
ultimate
stuff.
video.
Yeah,
That's hands-free
to
illumination.
search for the ultimate video, right?
I mean, it's going to be pointing out in front of you. You know.
And then you know when you got to replace it because it burns your dick.
Right.
Wow.
All right.
Thought of everything.
Welcome to Heavy Metal Horror, kids. Speaking of horror, since we are heavy metal and horror, are any of you guys horror fans at all?
Sure. Like casually. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are some of your favorite horror movies?
I like new shit coming out, like where it's like The Witch,
Hmm.
Hereditary, like A24 just rules.
Yeah, literally everything A24 does
I-
is so cool.
Jeff, everything is so good. I want to see Men. That looks sick.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's just like, did you guys see the preview for I think it's called like Lamb?
I know. I want to see Lamb. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
It's just like an Icelandic
So
family that gives birth to like a lamb baby. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I love that. I don't
Lamb
know.
boy.
It's like a child with like a lamb.
So they
head.
had a kid.
Yeah, it's like some weird hybrid thing, and like it freaks.
Hey,
wanna
thanks,
see
Jeff.
that.
Jeff got it. Jeff got
Lamb
it.
chops,
Someone got it.
underwear, a special
love
pair
goat
that
humor.
you can wear. Yeah.
Nice.
I want to see Northman.
I saw it last night.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah.
All right, so
I won't spoil anything, but it's cool. Yeah.
All right, I want to see that. Yeah, I like shit like that. Yeah, and I remember being super obsessed with all the Friday the 13th when I was like 15, 16. All Halloween, all the Halloweens. I remember, do you guys remember when like AM channel, whatever it was for AMC would do that? They'd play like every Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the Halloween stuff in October gearing up, and Turner
All the time.
Classic will do nice classic horror movies. Yeah,
Yeah, I love that shit.
nice. How about you, Jeff?
When I was young, I was really into horror, like really young. When I was a kid, for some reason, I just like thought it was the coolest. So I watched Pumpkinhead and then all the sequels, and that got me into horror. Recently, Last Night in Soho was cool. All the A24 stuff also. I like a lot of the 70s stuff, you know, The Omens, Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah,
Anything from that era is really cool. What's the one that's like shit? I saw a couple really good vampire movies not long ago, like Only Lovers Left Alive. It's not really a horror
Yeah.
movie.
No, it's a
vampire
yeah,
movie.
it's a good movie. Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
good.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I saw a really nice existential kind of horror movie that I feel like no one got into called Aniara, about a spaceship that's like, it's 20 years in the future. Earth is like all fucked up, so we're colonizing Mars now, and we got this new ship that's like, it gets you to Mars in 3 weeks, and like a random piece of space debris from an old Russian satellite from the 60s is going astronomical speeds and punctures the hull, and they go off course and they're dead in the water. And they're like, it's cool. We'll slingshot around the next thing that we run into in space and get it back on track. And the astronomer on board's like, the next time we run into something in space. So it checks in on the people in this ship like day 1, day 2, day 3,
Oh,
week
man.
1, 2, 3, year 1, 2, 3, year 30. And then it's like year 5 billion blah 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 when they finally hit something else in space and they've all just turned to fucking dust.
My
And, like,
oh man.
The entire time
Spoiler
you
alert.
realize, yeah, I mean, you realize partway through the movie that like oh man, this is absolutely no, because you're like, oh, how are they going to manage the food supply? How are they going to keep from polluting this place? And you're like, oh shit, this is the same as Earth. Oh fuck, this is exactly the situation we're all in right
Yeah,
now.
right.
Yeah.
Like we think this is all endless, but we're just on like a tiny little bubble of air that is finite, and there's too many of us, and we're all fucked. So I like that kind of
That's
horror.
why I drink beer, because of that thought right there.
Shit,
Nice.
dude.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, dude, Twix.
Same.
Yeah,
I'm a
Twix
Reese's
rules.
guy. I love anything
Yeah.
with Reese's. I take all my kids peanut butter stuff. And it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be Reese's either. Like the Palmer stuff, I really love Palmer around Easter and Christmas. No, dad gets the Palmer stuff. That's the stuff. That fucking
Right.
peanut butter is fantastic. I actually prefer it over Reese's, but anything peanut butter based is that's
I would
mine.
love to be a fly on the wall for your kids' therapy session someday.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be
It's like, that's your favorite
brutal.
candy? Nope, dad gets those
Yeah.
ones.
I call it the dad tax. I go through it and I was the dad tax, and I
This
just
is
take it
how your
from 'em.
government works.
I do. Sometimes I do that with their French fries too. Yeah. Oh man, therapy sessions. My kids are gonna be bad. Dad used to say "fuck" all the time. Every other word was "fuck" came out of his mouth. I cuss in front of my kids. I'm just like that. They don't cuss either. They don't repeat stuff, which
Yeah,
is bizarre.
exactly. A
I
lot of
just
my friends' kids, the same thing.
yeah. It's like I'm not gonna. I'm like a sailor. My wife's like a sailor. We both every other word we use "fuck" is like an adjective for in every sentence. So it's like
It's the perfect word.
it really
Yeah,
is.
it
And there's a few ones like I won't say cunt in front of my kids. Such a dirty word. It's just
Yeah.
so gross. That's reserved for special occasions, but
Valentine's
no,
Day.
like shit and fuck and son of a bitch.
Oh,
Like damn it, like all that stuff. We're just a foul mouth. And
Yeah.
people come around, they'll be
Motherfucker.
like, oh, they'll be like, and then the damn oh hell, oh, they'll like be like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, dude, my kids literally
Yeah.
hear that 75 times a day.
I
You're
feel like
fine.
our generation just like kind of threw that out the window and went like,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
And I told him, I said, like, I don't really want you to say it right now because it's weird because you're little, but you'll be able to cuss in the house. I won't care, but don't like cuss at a teacher. Just
Yeah.
Wait
don't
until you're
say it.
6, at least first
Don't
grade.
say it at school. But
Nice. All right.
And teach them that the word cunt is only reserved for Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons, and you got to
Right.
slap your belly
He's
at
a
him.
cunt.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right, Mr.
And
Simmons.
anyone from like the British colonies. It's like, it's cool.
Yeah.
Americans, they use that word to like derogatory to women. He's like, we use it in the same way as like you're just being an asshole.
Or like,
Yeah.
dude. I toured with
Yeah.
an Aussie band for a
Yeah.
week once. This band Elm Street. They're like this kind of Judas Priest sounding band from
They're like,
Australia.
what's going on, you cat?
Every other word.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, we're going to the States soon. And we're like, we have to tell you, like, dude,
Yeah.
people will get mad at you.
Yeah.
You
Dude,
need to relax.
I
on
love that. This is a fun segue. This is interesting. So, we had DK on a few weeks ago, and DK's like first tour in the States was with Vindicator and Aggressor and Possessor. And dude, we rolled up to play with you guys and Lady Beast at the Smiling Moose, and we couldn't find a parking spot, right?
Mhm.
And I Wrestled a Bear once was apparently playing the big venue in town or something, and their tour bus was sitting out in front. It was taking up like 5 parking spots.
Mhm.
DK, the Canadian, gets on the bus. He just walks on the bus and he says to the driver, "Hey, are you guys gonna fuck off?" That's what he says to the driver, because in Canada, fuck off means like, are you gonna move? You gonna leave?
Yeah.
And that's what he says to him. And I go, dude, you can't just do stuff like that here. It doesn't mean the same thing. I mean, you know what I mean?
Hilarious.
Like, so it's interesting to hear stories like that. Got me so good. You guys gonna fuck off? I don't even know what the response was. I don't know if the guy, I don't remember what panned out, because, we were, always, shows were always rough, and the Moose had stairs, didn't it? That was a stair venue, right? Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
anytime there's stairs involved, things get blurry because you lose a lot of liquid bringing up, amplifiers and drum kits up and down stairs. I've had a few of those venues in my day. So, but yeah, that's good. I like that.
All right. We're going to move into the section we call one-offs. These are questions that could be about anything. So, who are some of your favorite writers or favorite books?
Oh, dude, freaking Lovecraft. Because it's just metal.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. That's why like every band.
Yeah. I love like stoner sludge, and that literally, I feel like if like stoner metal bands could just worship something, it would be Cthulhu for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he's sleeping and they're not going to wake him up.
Yeah,
You're not gonna wake him up. He's out.
No, man.
He
They're
took
just
too,
like.
he took too much
you know?
Yeah.
ZQL.
Yeah.
dude.
I used to
But,
teach Lovecraft in my English classes.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if I'm not wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he like his writing only got famous after he died.
Yeah, he wasn't
no one liked
regarded
him.
as a strong writer. I mean, people in the literary circles were fans.
Yeah.
But it was during the Depression, but his writing really took off only after he died. Unfortunately, I mean, yeah, he sadly, like a lot of the writers or a lot of artists who don't get recognized in their own time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, no, he's an amazing writer. One of my favorites.
Yeah, him, Crichton. I like Jurassic Park, of course, is like my favorite shit. So, and he's also a good writer anyway. His other books are cool.
Yeah, man.
Congo.
Eaters of the Dead. Is that the one?
I don't know.
I think it's called Eaters of the Dead. I think it is. Congo is fucking fantastic.
Prey.
He's a good writer, man. I
Yeah.
read Jurassic Park like in 5th grade,
Yeah, me too.
and I fucking love. I want to find the original book. I had the original, like the black one with the embossed cover.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like,
Nice.
oh man, it was the paperback, and dude, I tore through that, and that was significantly higher reading level than 5th grade reading. So,
And dude, like it's so much more horror and descriptive than the movie allowed them to
oh,
make.
dude, I love the book. That's one of those.
Um,
The book was better than the movie.
It was.
books.
There was like
I mean, I
you
still
remember
love
this,
Jurassic Park, but
Oh, sure. Like there's this scene where the guy who plays Newman, when he dies from the spitter dinosaur,
yeah,
the way in the book that they talk about it, they were like, he gets hit in the face with the stuff, he blinds, he's blinded, and then he's on the ground, and there's like rain hitting his face, and then they describe hearing like the footsteps are coming towards him, and then he feels like a sharp pain. And then I always
Yes.
remember reading this. I was like you, like I was like 10 or 11, and I always remember reading this because it like saw it in my head, and it was so gruesome. Like he feels like a slice on his stomach. He reaches down. And
yeah, that's right.
he's holding his own intestines.
Yes,
Oh,
I forgot that's what
Yeah.
happened.
And of
Yeah,
course, like
Yeah.
PG-13, like Spielberg can't do that shit. But
right.
that's insane. Just reaching down, and they describe it like all like hot and slimy.
Yeah,
And then he just feels the jaws go around his ears, and they
Yep.
said like he feels pressure, and then he just fainted. And that's
Yeah.
like pretty accurate. That's probably what would happen to you.
right.
It's like- it's like-
that's great, man.
But I
I
remember
like when
read-
they describe what's his face? Is it John Hammond? Is that
Yeah,
his name?
when he
When they
dies.
describe when he dies. So they left the cool Aussie got to live in the book. I thought that was a better choice too. The
Mhm.
Raptor guy and
Yeah.
Muldoon, Patrick
Clever
Patrick
girl.
Muldoon.
I mean, the clever girl scene is a sick meme, though.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, Jim
Yeah.
Hammond or John Hammond when he dies and he the compies get him, man, and he
Yeah, they're-
swells up. He
They're,
gets
like,
all swollen.
poisonous. Yeah.
He falls down that hill because he's like drunk or something and sad because his park failed, and he twists his ankle and it gets all swollen, and then I think he lays there for a while before the compies find him, and
Yeah. They're just like
they
land
just bite
piranha.
him. They just lay into him. All right, sorry, yeah, that's good. I forgot about that fucking Dennis Nedry. Oh, I got to
Yeah.
read the book again.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
awesome. But
How about
yeah,
you,
dude.
Jeff?
I have like a big old obsession with this sci-fi author named Gene Wolfe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Citadel of the Autarch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
he's
I
a-
don't meet someone who knows him very often.
Yeah, he did a lot of fantasy, sci-fi fantasy, and his stuff's kind of fucked up, man.
Yeah.
That whole Shadow of the Torturer series, I read that. I was in
Yeah.
high school. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? me
Yeah.
out.
I read it for the first time and was like, why did everyone tell me this guy's a good sci-fi author? This is fantasy.
Fantasy.
And I was like, man, this like raised the bar for what prose can be for me, but I don't know what happened. And then years, like maybe 2 years later, I'm like in my mid-20s and pick it up out of boredom. And I'm a couple chapters in and it's first person, unreliable narrator, like all this stuff. And I'm like, why does he use nautical terms for all the stuff in the building he lives in? Oh, it's because the building he lives in is actually a derelict spaceship, but they don't understand that because so much time has passed. Oh my god, that's what all the buildings are. And then suddenly I could like see through the character's eyes. And I read it again and was just like, okay. And then I read those 4 books like 4 times, just like start again. What else am I gonna pick up? And like I've now read like almost everything he's written, all these like books of analyses, all these like forums and podcasts. It's like he's so deep and it's cool. I don't know. It's really metal.
Nice.
He because of that, I recently got into Jorge Luis Borges, which is like the grown-up version of Gene Wolfe, and I don't know. I like Oscar Wilde a lot.
Yeah. Oh, his satire is amazing.
It's killer. Like all the wordplay. Like
Oh,
I don't
it's
know.
hysterical. Yeah.
All these people read Dorian Gray and they're like, it's about a painting and it's metal, and I'm like, oh honey, this is about a bunch of corrupt rich men telling the most beautiful boy ever how to lie to his wife. It's way fucking darker than the painting. Like, but it's cool. Like I love the one character that just speaks in contradictions the entire time. It's just all about like this upper class decadent decay and like, but I don't know, he just saw it all around him and just satired the fuck out of it until he died.
Yeah, it works on so many different levels, as good fiction can. The literal story and then all the subversive messaging and
There's this
everything
great,
else.
I was in Dublin a couple of years ago. My wife was doing a job interview out there, and we were right by like the statue of Oscar Wilde in some park, and he's just like lounging in the pose, and it's like the only thing I'm guilty of is genius, and I'm like, this guy fucking rules. And there's an unbroken line from him to Freddie Mercury, where
Oh,
like
really?
this guy No Coward in the 30s. You know all those like really like old timey sounding Queen songs?
Yeah.
They're all very, like Seaside Rendezvous and Blazing on a Sunday Afternoon and all good old fashioned Loverboy and stuff.
Yeah.
They're all basically this guy who was like 30s Freddie Mercury, Noel Coward, and Freddie got so much of his like campy shtick from this guy, and this guy was just Freddie Mercury, but it was the 30s, and that guy got his whole persona straight from Oscar Wilde. So it's like,
oh wow,
yeah, there's always like a
It's a flamboyance
in London.
very flamboyant.
Yeah, there's always like a flamboyant glam dude in London. Like someone has to like hold that post. Like, I don't know who it would be now.
He's out there. He or
Yeah,
she,
he's out
they
there.
are out there.
Nice. Excellent.
Somebody's out there.
Yeah, someone's out there. Or
Okay.
definitely a they at this point.
Well, this is almost like that question, almost as exciting. Who's your favorite cartoon character?
Ooh.
Man, oh, that's so good. Probably for me, well, I don't know if I could choose, but it's like Ren and Stimpy, but I don't know
Nice.
which one, just because they're so insane, and I was like, I feel like I was like absolutely one of the few kids in my class that like my parents were crazy, so they were like, watch it, because that was one of the shows where all my friends were like, my mom and dad won't let me watch Ren and Stimpy.
I mean,
Because
it was so over the
insane.
top. I remember watching it when I was
It's
in my
dark, dude.
mid-20s when it
That's
came on,
dark.
and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I mean,
Dude,
it's so crazy over the top.
There was
Yeah.
there was like an episode with a character of he was like a it was like a parody of like a guy who falls from grace. He was like a small Scottish guy, and he was like the Scotsman, the episode's called, and he was like a famous dude on TV, and he was the Scottish character, and then Ren and Stimpy like take his show over, and he's just losing his mind. And there's a freaking scene that was this episode's banned. It was like he was gonna commit suicide. Like in the
Whoa.
episode, he's on a bridge and he's looking over and he's like, "That's it. I'll just end it all." And like I remember watching that. I was like 9 years old, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. And then now I watch it now, and it said on YouTube it was like banned Ren and Stimpy thing, and I only knew now that it got banned. And like Rocko's Modern Life had a banned episode where like
Dude.
Mrs. Bighead like has him over her house and like wants him to like touch her eyes because they're huge, but they draw them like tits.
Yes.
Mhm.
And she's like,
And
"Do you like my eyes, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, they're very nice and veiny."
He like massages them for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a good line. She just goes, "Do you like them?" And he's like, "Yeah, they're very nice." And she goes, "Touch them."
yeah.
It's like
Fuck, I
funny.
forgot about that. I remember
love
that.
cartoon, man.
Like-
That's one of my favorites.
But
That's fantastic.
I know it sounds like insane, but my love for like that kind of stuff and crazy cartoon humor definitely shaped like even the music I play. Like just the attitude of being like a wild drummer is also like the attitude of watching these wild characters.
Yeah, super
Like,
animated characters.
So over the
right?
top. Yeah.
it's just insanity. And like I always remember gravitating to the weirdest cartoons like that. Then of course I love like Aqua Teen and like Adult Swim shows.
Oh yeah.
But if we're talking cartoon character, I mean I can't choose between Ren and Stimpy. I'd probably choose more Ren because he's just fucking nuts. And
Nice.
more metal. He's more metal than Stimpy. Stimpy's more like whimsical and dumb.
Okay. Jeff, how about you, man?
I mean, I like a lot of anime, but I also like, man, the '90s was such a golden age of cartoons.
Yeah,
like,
we
when
had
were
everything.
kids. We had such
Yeah.
good ones. Like, I always try to tell people that the first 5 episodes of Gargoyles are the best fantasy movie Disney ever made.
Dude,
Gargoyles
Gargoyles
was
was a
great.
great series.
Gargoyles.
Good. That's another one. The main character of that show kills himself in the second episode.
Yeah, like what?
It's just like, what?
Yeah.
You showed this to kids, and like, it came on when I was like 17. I had a TV in my room and I was up late working on riffs all the time. And I was like, whoa, this is like high fantasy. This is cool. And I started watching it, and it was like how I learned about Shakespeare for the first time and like all kinds of shit. So
Yeah.
yeah, Goliath from Gargoyles was cool because he was like a scholar warrior guy. I thought that was sweet.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, wild card.
Cartoons?
Favorite cartoon character?
Favorite cartoon character? Man, it's Naruto Uzumaki. Technically, that's started as a manga, but when it was adapted into an anime, that overall storyline, that character is fantastic. It's one of those like believe in yourself characters, but when you get to the end of it, man, he does the impossible, and he never gives up. And it's like you get that message in a lot of stories. It's not an original idea, but the dude that wrote this story, the overall thing, I mean, it's super long, man. It's like several hundred episodes in terms of an anime, and the manga is a little shorter because of course you're gonna get some filler and whatnot. But some of the filler with Naruto, it actually applies to the story. Some of it's not like ridiculous filler. It has nothing to do with the storyline. You still get those on occasion, but you'll get the filler that's like, oh, this is a backstory that wasn't covered in the manga. So I don't know, man. That character, I absolutely love that character from that show. I mean, I love all the classic cartoons too. I love the Warner Brothers stuff. I do love Rocco, and I do love Ren and Stimpy. Angry Beavers is a great one. I fucking
Yes.
love
Oh,
Angry
dude,
Beavers.
yeah.
So I like all the stupid shows, like modern. Like I'll tell you what, one of the best cartoons I've ever seen in my life is Regular Show. If
Yeah.
you've
Oh
never
yeah, I
seen
forgot you
Regular
loved
Show,
Regular Show.
holy shit,
Yeah,
man!
that show's great, dude.
Regular Show is
You
cool.
watch that? Yeah,
That
you watch
reminds
that?
me, I forgot about Adventure Time, dude. Adventure Time.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I like the first 6 seasons of Adventure Time. I think it petered out because like the dude that wrote it stopped playing as much of a role. He got burnt out on it like after season 5 or something. And you can tell like when it kind of shifts, like it's just not as good as it used to be. Like I love building up of the Lich, man. Like that whole character was the story. Like it's one of those shows. Like Adventure Time is a real bizarre out there show where it's like stupid, but then also has this amazingly rich backstory, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Naruto has an amazing backstory, super rich backstory. Was another reason I love it. Regular Show though is really weird. The show, I mean, like you watch every show, it's called Regular Show. Every episode, something really crazy happens in every episode, and then when you get to the end of it, the whole thing ties together. You have no idea what's about to happen at the end of the series, and then you get to the end of the series, and you're like, holy shit, they tied this entire series together. You had no clue what was going to happen, and when you get to the end, you're like, damn. That's when you know the writing's good. I mean, for people like us, like this, like Volcana, it's a very nostalgic show for us because J.G. Quintel, who wrote it, is like 40 years old. He's like 39 or 40. So all the stuff in it, man, like when they play games and stuff, it's all like, Nintendo graphics and all the songs from like I can recite all kinds of stuff from it. They play this one game called Dig Champs, and they put the cartridge in. It's like the system looks like an Atari. They put the cartridge in, and it's like
watching Homestar Runner. It's like all the stuff that's the same nostalgia that we had.
Exactly. It hits the nostalgia from for kids from the 80s, and early 90s. So
Nostalgia is
plays
powerful.
that, but
but I mean, it's why we like what we
probably,
like.
I'll tell you, I probably watch more cartoons than I do actual shows, to be honest. Like, and
Animation's great.
I'll watch all of them too, man. Like I don't know. I watch a lot of, like I said, I watch a lot of anime. I'm trying to think of stuff that I do, like what we're currently watching. I tried out the new Ultraman. I don't know if I like it yet. I'm not real big on that kind of CGI anime, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
It's all right. But um, what did I just wrap up? I wrapped up something. I hate having to start new ones too, and you got to invest in new characters and shit. Makes me
Right.
sad.
This is why I petered out in
Oh,
Legend of Korra.
yeah, no,
Like,
it's good. It was good. I did like not as much as the original Avatar, but it
yeah.
was good. I watched Cowboy Bebop. I think
Oh,
because
cool.
there was supposed to be nudity in it, and there's only like one boobie, and I was sad. But and it was a
The
guy's
original
boobie
Bebop's
too. It was a
dope though.
dangle. You know what? I hated the ending, and here's why. I get it. I understand it, but because they make those shows, and I'm not real big on episodical. I do like huge backstories and over big story arcs. And so Bebop was more episodical with like 3 or 4 episodes that were the main story, what it was applying to.
But the
But I
world
love
building
those
is
characters.
so sick
I
too.
fucking
Like
loved those
great
characters,
sci-fi
man.
world building.
That's why I was bummed out by the end. I was just like, this was too short because I love these characters and I want to see more of these characters. So I mean, I guess
want
in a
to see
way
more
that's what
boobies.
makes it good. Well, I definitely want to see more boobies, but like I
mean-
watched Castlevania and I didn't like
I
Castlevania.
feel like sometimes less is more with these though, because
Yeah,
like,
that's
I don't know.
exactly. I get it.
I finished the last of the Evangelion remake movies,
Okay.
and it was like, why? Like, it was cool, I guess, to like really finally wrap the whole thing up, but it was like,
Right.
you guys had 26 episodes. You told a pretty sweet story. The answers were all there. The last 2 episodes are like postmodern bonkers crap, and everyone's like, I hate this. And it's like, yeah, because you're like a 14-year-old nerd who doesn't want to think deeply about something. And like,
Right.
it's supposed to be the robot apocalypse. And it was like, this was about a dude dealing with his self-esteem issues and his dad, man. And,
Right.
like,
Right.
the apocalypse is in his head and it's growing up. And like, it was actually pretty cool. But then in like
Yeah.
the movie, it's like, here's like 50 more robots, and it's like, well, I'm not 14, so that's not that fucking interesting.
Here's 50 more robots. But yeah,
Yeah.
so all the cartoon characters are my favorite characters. I
That
watch them
sounds
all.
like it. All right. That could be a whole episode into itself. All right, we're gonna play another game. This game is called Blast Beats. And
Glen wins.
I'm just going to be asking you a question, and I just want your immediate answer. Don't think too much. Sometimes they're multiple choice, sometimes it's short answer. Just answer. We're going to go through these as quickly as possible. Blast Beats. All right, guys. Hot dog or hamburger?
Burger.
Hot dog.
Favorite pizza topping? Oh, come on, Vic. Hot dog or
No,
Pepperoni.
you're
hamburger?
good. Hot dog.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be better at this having seen this live.
We've
Hot
done
dog.
this. Okay,
Yeah.
favorite pizza topping?
Pepperoni. Easy. I love that.
God, sausage.
Sausage is good.
I think a good pepperoni myself. If it's just cheese, you got cheese already on there, then probably pepperoni. I'm just gonna go with the classic.
Let's just assume there's always cheese.
That's good. That's safe.
Yeah, that's a base.
Wait, peppers. I change it.
Oh, yes.
Paperback or Kindle?
Paperback.
Paperback.
PC
No one
or-
has said Kindle. Yeah, just fun fact.
No one- yeah,
literally.
no one's-
I
no
have
one
a
has said
Kindle that I
Kindle.
use a lot. Like, the Kindle rules for traveling, but it feels
Yeah.
better to read a book.
Nothing like
Yeah.
holding a book.
Yeah.
Right.
PC or Apple?
Apple,
I have a PC.
sadly.
PC actually. Even though I should have Apple for the amount of recording I do.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm still stuck with them. And it's
Yeah.
amazing for it, but I fucking hate everything about them.
Yeah, it's very like cultish the way they.
It's like, well, the interface rules, and I haven't had
Yeah.
a virus in 15 fucking years, so like,
Exactly.
you can't knock that.
You can't.
But it's like, give me a fucking USB port.
Yeah.
Nice. Favorite streaming service?
HBO Max. They have most of the stuff I like.
Yeah,
I think right now mine's probably gonna be Disney Plus because right now I'm watching a lot of stuff on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
They
They
got
have
all-
an amazing amount of content.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of them, but that's probably my favorite right now. But I like Star Wars and Marvel, so it kind of trumps all the
Yeah.
other stuff.
I guess I'll go HBO Max because I just watched all of Our Flag Means Death in like 2 days. Like, wherever Taika Waititi goes, I follow.
All right. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Are we talking basic or
Chocolate.
can it be
Yeah.
like
Any fucking
be
ice.
like-
Why are you making it so complicated, man?
Well, I don't know.
You've done
That's why
this
I can
show
only
50
choose from
fucking
fucking
times, Vic.
Neapolitan flavors.
chocolate.
You can
Chocolate.
be. It's whatever your flavor is, man.
Cookie dough.
Peanut butter based.
Yeah.
If you want to go Neapolitan or peanut butter based,
No, I just didn't know if it could only be chocolate, strawberry, or vanilla.
what?
Be anything you want. It's your
Jesus
own little
Christ,
world.
man! Come on, any fucking flavor of ice cream, dude.
I can't
what would
play
you want?
Blast Bees. They're-
What is your favorite flavor, Vic?
the one with peanut butter in it.
The one.
The one with peanut butter in it. Oh man, dog or cat?
Peanut butter flavor.
Cat.
Cat.
Avengers or Justice League?
Avengers.
Avengers.
Oh, no. I guess Avengers.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
This one is so
Wars.
hard.
Rick.
Yeah, it's Wars for me, but it's so close.
Wars.
Yeah, they're both sweet.
Yeah.
It's an unfair. That's an unfair question.
No, it's not. Bigfoot or Loch Ness monster?
Loch
Ness
Ness.
Monster.
Loch Ness.
Dracula or Frankenstein?
Dracula.
Dracula.
How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium rare.
Yeah,
Same.
medium-ish, medium rare-ish.
Medium rare.
Favorite sport?
Pooping.
Baseball, I guess.
Drumming. No.
All right. Favorite
Probably
movie? Soccer. All right.
Yeah, I like soccer.
Favorite movie snack?
Beer.
Milk duds.
What was it? What did you say?
Movie snack.
Movie snack, dude.
Movie snack.
It's when you take movie theater popcorn and you put those little Nestle crunches in the popcorn.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
All
the
right,
jam.
little
That's
sweet
my
and
like
answer.
salty.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
blue the blue package and you just
Bunch of
kind of
crunch. Yeah.
dump it. Yeah, that's
Dude, my
it.
wife brought me to that and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people do like the
fits.
Raisinets or the Goobers the same way.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Same deal.
it
Yeah,
just
or
fits.
the ice or the snow caps.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
nice. All right, makes my diabetes quiver. Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, your worst phobia.
Oh man, let me think. I mean, it's always like being late for shit. I hate being late for something. I don't know. I have like recurring dreams. I have this one recurring dream about being late for classes in high school. And I can't find my class. Everyone's going to their class. and I'm
Dude, I have that on occasion.
yeah, I'm like panicked. And then I like
Yeah, not being
feel-
able to find your way somewhere.
yeah, I just feel it like in my soul. And then I wake up and I'm like, my heart's going and I'm like, what does that mean? It's just like I'm, but yeah, I have like a phobia of being late for shit and like not being able to like get everything done that I want to, which is a curse because like makes it crazy for my regular days at my job, but also like just recording in general. Like I push myself like a crazy person, but I end up getting stuff finished because I feel like something's gonna
It's
happen.
gonna be late
if
to class if you don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I'm gonna get sent to like Principal Vic's office, dude.
That's why you want to be the
Bus
Flash. That's why you want to be
Yeah.
the Flash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There you go. Get everything done.
Makes sense.
But yeah,
Okay.
probably being late for shit, I guess, is my phobia.
Amazing. Mine used to be spiders, but then I moved to Seattle, and every spring and fall, there's like 3 weeks where literally everything is covered in spiders. And
Really?
it just was like immersion, and I'm just like over it now. So
Yeah.
Oh my
now I
God,
have
dude.
no fear.
Yeah.
Not me. That,
Nice.
that'd bring me a heart attack, instant death. That's my
Dude, it sucks. It's so weird.
We're taking the show on the road. Seattle, here we come.
Spider
See you guys
season.
later. Have a good trip.
You're like, bye.
Nice. Okay, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Breakfast.
Breakfast,
Breakfast.
dude. I love
Breakfast
breakfast.
for lunch.
Breakfast for
for-
dinner.
And for dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't beat breakfast or dinner, man. Nothing
Yeah,
better.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a big bowl of Captain Crunch. Man, come on, sum up. Yeah, we were hungry when we wrote these. Spaghetti or lasagna?
Lasagna.
Ooh,
Spaghetti.
lasagna, but it's hard.
Yeah, favorite appetizer.
Oh, dude.
Like those jalapenos with the bacon
Poppers?
and the cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either like fried
Um,
calamari or like mozzarella sticks or something.
Gyoza, those dumplings you can get.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Okay. Favorite board game?
Backgammon.
Damn, that's a
Does
hard
check
one.
does checkers count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like a classic game of checkers, dude.
Nice.
Dude, I have too many board games.
Do you?
You
Why
can
is
pick
yours-
only
Okay,
one.
my
Victor.
least
Victor.
favorite board game is Monopoly.
That's not
Oh,
the
yeah.
question.
I mean, duh.
Oh, I
Well,
can
shit.
change it because I can tweak it. I'm on the show.
What about Trogdor?
I'm
I
on
see.
the I'm on
Trogdor
the
is
show.
my newest. Yeah, that fucking game is amazing, man. Trogdor is
It's
an
actually really
amazing
good. It's
fucking
fun.
game, man. There's
Okay.
so many though. So many.
Spielberg or Tarantino?
Oh, Spielberg.
Spielberg.
Yeah, Spielberg. Even though I wish
I have to
Spielberg was.
say,
I
yeah.
wish he was a little more Tarantino sometimes.
I like
He's-
Tarantino until he became a one-trick pony of like, we're gonna pick someone that you are allowed to hate and then do fucked up ultra violence and you can get off on it and not feel bad about yourself. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, you can only do that so many times.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That being said, when Once Upon a Time in Hollywood came out, I lived down the street from the movie theater that Sharon Tate goes into, and that's the
Oh.
theater I saw the movie in.
That's cool.
Nice.
I was watching it, I'm like, damn, is that Wilshire? Sweet. And I'm like, oh my god, she's getting into my neighborhood. Oh my god, that Stan's Donuts.
Eh.
What? And
That's
everyone
awesome.
in the theater's like, whoa.
That's
So
cool.
I got a couple of my friends real high and was like, come watch this movie.
That's so
Excellent.
good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Your favorite Christmas gift?
Oh man.
Oh man.
It was like an awesome new snare drum when I was like 14. It was like a all metal snare drum. It was so loud and awesome. It was like the first real good quality drum that I got. I
Dope.
still have it. Yeah, I record with it.
That's awesome.
That
Yeah.
was my first. Was a Premier Chrome snare.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
14-inch. Yeah.
Sick.
Premier's
Nice.
great.
Okay, your celebrity crush.
Oh man.
Ann
Probably-
Wilson from Heart.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, circa mid 70s. Good lord, what babe. Second place, Jason
Probably
Momoa.
Nice.
Scarlet. Scarlet's the best.
That's a good one. I'll
Okay.
go with that one.
Scarjo, dude.
Vic.
I'll second Scarlett. Scarlett
Okay.
Johansson.
Okay.
Is that who you're
Yeah,
talking about?
Yeah, she
That's
rocks.
fine. That works.
She's awesome.
That's a good one.
Best concert you've ever attended.
Best concert ever. Oh man. Dude. Let me think.
Ooh, I saw Opeth play Vakken and it rained the entire time they played. It was
That's-
dope.
That's pretty awesome. But you know, let me think, dude. I've had a couple. My first show, honestly, might be one of my funniest experiences. It was Jeff. It was Korn in 2004.
Oh my god, I might have been. Was it the Untouchables when they released that record?
It was the one right. No, it was. Oh my god! It was like once the last.
No, that was a
tour
little
with
later
the-
because
Yeah, their drummer before he
Mhm.
quit. And I remember like it was the first real show I ever been to, and some dude was crowd surfing, and he was wearing Timberland boots, and his boot went right into my eye. It was like this crazy loop of, and his foot went like boom. But it was insane. And then that was a great show. I also, it's between that, just because it was like the first instance where I heard like real live mic'd drums, you know, and just to feel, once you feel that kick drum go like through your body, I just like fell in love with it. So either that or like I remember loving my time seeing, it was like Metallica in like someplace in Newark where the Devils play, Prudential Center it's called. And it was them. I was like,
Oh, you know
19.
what? I saw Paul McCartney like last week. I'm gonna change my answer to that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think mine might be either have been the Dio Motorhead Maiden show.
Oh, that's sick.
But I think my favorite show, to be honest, was I saw Slough-Egg play a fucking dive in Cleveland to like 20 people. And
That's sick.
dude, that guy
Yeah.
is a fucking nut, man. He does he just does the most bizarre things you've ever seen. And they fucking sounded fucking great because they're a super underrated band and they're super
Yeah.
fucking good.
And it's an intimate show. They're always way better, dude.
Yeah, and he had like 3 wardrobe changes, and he always just had really crazy shirts he was wearing, man. Like he went to a thrift store and bought the most outrageous shirts he could find, and he would just put them on during his set. And but that's not. I mean, he played my favorite fucking song, and
That's
like
cool.
that's one of those things. Like he goes, "What do you guys want to hear?" And I yelled, "Death Machines," and they played it, and it was fucking awesome because that song's fucking amazing. And dude, they
Seeing
killed
your
it.
fave band in a dive. When I was 16, I saw Symphony X in the small side of the Agora, and I got
Nice.
right.
Oh
in
yeah, the
front.
ballroom.
Dude, it was so good because it was tiny and they didn't have the Odyssey ready to play live yet, but the album had just
Right.
come out. So they
Right.
played a 2.5 hour set with none of the long tunes. So it was just
Okay.
everything got covered. It was so fun. And they
Right.
all still liked being in a band together, so it was actually fun.
right. Right.
All right, this game, got another game. This is called The Hot Seat. Vic loves this game. I'm
This is
going to
a good
name a
one.
band, and I want you to tell me your favorite album by that band. All right. Black Sabbath,
Self-titled.
Volume 4.
Judas Priest,
Defenders of the Faith.
Oh man.
Stained
Even though
Glass.
I'm like not a big Priest fan, I'll be the first one to admit that I'm a huge poser and need to leave.
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm not the biggest either. I don't know off the top of my head.
I covered
Whatever.
it for both of you. I said Stained Glass. We're good.
Yeah, use
Okay.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
Scorpions,
Whoa. Sophie's choice
Oh,
over here.
shit.
Virgin Killer, I
Mm.
guess. Maybe Taken by Force.
Vic, pick
I don't
for
know,
me.
they're all.
In Trance.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I've been listening to Trance so much lately. It's so good.
okay.
Mm.
Overkill,
I don't think I know any of their
Overkill.
albums.
Hang on. I got it.
Hang on.
I'm gonna-
I don't know the name of the record, but hang on, I'm on my phone. The fucking song.
we got two savants here. Just name the song. They'll give you the record.
Yeah. Fuck. What was it, man?
Hello from the Gutter.
Hang on.
Under the influence.
Oh,
I think my favorite Overkill album is Fuck You because half of it was tracked at the Agora, and I love that.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
just cool. Yeah.
Necro Shine.
Necroshine.
no,
Good
yeah.
album. Yeah, it's a good album.
Newer one, like the '90s ones, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
in
Necro Shine was on the
99.
'90s.
Yeah,
90s
big
Overkill.
groove sound. Queensryche.
Operation Mindcrime.
I'll go with that.
I guess. Yeah, I don't really know any of the other records.
All
That's
right.
the only one you need to know.
Iced
Yeah.
Earth.
Fuck. This is a tough one. I think probably Night of the Storm Rider.
I don't really like Iced Earth.
John
Okay.
Schaefer, man, I love his picking. I got real in. That's one of my bigger influences, but that's why I got
Oh yeah, I
into
mean,
him.
he's the right hand of doom for sure.
Yeah, right. Glenn likes my answer too. He said
Yeah.
that one also.
All right, cool. All right,
Yeah, that's good.
Motley Crue.
Shout at the devil.
Too Fast for Love.
Nice.
Yeah,
go
dude.
I'll
So
go with
good.
Vic on this one as well.
All right, Motorhead.
Fuck.
No
fuck,
Sleep
fuck,
Till
fuck.
Hammersmith.
Ooh, went with a live. Is that a live one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's so good.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Fuck.
It's great.
Dude, I know it's not popular opinion, but I think and someone might stab me for this, but I think Inferno might be my favorite Motorhead record. I fucking
Good album.
love that album.
All right, Carcass.
It's
Tools of the
Artwork.
Trade. Hard Work or Tools of the Trade, yeah. Is Tools of the Trade an EP? I can't remember. No, I can't remember. Fuck.
I think
I'm
so.
definitely not a death metal buff, but yeah, Hard Work's fucking really
Yeah,
good.
Heartworks.
That's go
phenomenal.
with that. Glenn
All right.
also likes that answer as well.
Okay, Dio.
Oh fuck.
Man.
Holy Diver.
Richie Blackmore's Rainbow.
Oh
Can I-
shit,
can
I
he
use
fucking
Yeah.
Can I use Rainbow?
Nice. Sure. I mean,
okay,
yeah.
cool. First
That's
Rainbow
nice.
record. Any of the first three Rainbow records. really.
yeah.
Okay,
fucking
nice. All right, Van Halen.
Van Halen 1.
Yeah.
When Eddie died,
Mhm.
I learned in the next like 2 weeks after he died every fucking note of Van Halen 1 and stuck it up on YouTube. It's
Really?
That's
that
awesome.
album
Yeah.
rules, man.
Yeah, that album's fucking great. Yes,
Yeah.
also Van Halen 1.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Metal Church.
Hanging in the Balance.
I don't really know Metal Church that well.
Yeah, me neither.
They all like
Okay.
Hanging in the Balance too.
Yeah, we love that.
Okay, the Beatles.
Oh man.
White
White
Album.
album. White album. Yeah, because it's so weird.
Right now, I'm in like Rubber Soul, Revolver.
Oh, weird!
Yeah.
Like right when they started being
Nice,
different.
yeah.
Like,
When they
they
got
started
cool.
getting
So-
Revolver.
little
Yeah,
longer
that's a great
hair.
era. That's a
There's
great
three
era.
periods of Beatles, and it is sober Beatles, weed Beatles, and LSD Beatles.
Yes.
And like I'm really into weed Beatles right now. When like they were still a rock and roll band, but they got like
Yeah.
cool.
You know
Yeah,
the song.
right.
You know the song "Rain," Jeff.
Which one?
"Rain."
I don't think I know. Not off the top of
Yeah.
my head, but like I
It's
listened
like-
to those records fucking front to back a bajillion
Rain,
times.
Rain is like this weird one-off B-side, and it's just like they put backwards shit in it, but like before Jimmy was doing it.
Yeah.
Like they,
invented
Oh, wow.
everything.
yeah, they reversed this weird solo, and it just ended up sounding so sick in that song. And
Nice.
his drums were like close mic'd, which actually back in the day, when they worked in that Abbey Road Studios, that was illegal to do in the studio. Because
What?
I read this book. Jeff Emmerich, he was their engineer, and it's a great book. It's called Here, There, and Everywhere, and he gives you like the real background of like how the Beatles got their sounds, and they realized, hey, wait, if we put the microphones, because they were just miking drums, they would put an overhead mic and a bass drum mic, and that was it. But then they were like, wait, what if we put microphones on each one of the drums, which, as you know now, is it's just
Yeah.
standard. But
Right.
back then they were like, no, you cannot put it. It will blow out the microphones. They will explode. And so they just Jeff Emmerich was like, we just did like a little bit of gain, and just made sure they like tested it first and had Ringo hit the drum as hard as he could, and then they made sure like they did crazy shit. Like for Sergeant Pepper's, they put like microphones inside of milk jugs, and then they put the jugs under the drums. So when he would hit it, the sound would go into the drum and come back out, or into the jug. It was like weird shit.
That's
and,
so
like,
fucking
I just
awesome. I
reading
love
it.
that. That's what you're supposed
Yeah.
to
They
do.
were the first band to get enough clout to go like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to decide how I get recorded.
Right.
Yes, exactly. So it wasn't just the
Mhm.
studio at that point. Like trying different vocal sounds. Like I remember for Lennon to get that sound where it's like he wanted to sound like, because like I think the moon landing was just like the week before they were tracking I Am the Walrus, and he was like, I want you to get my voice to sound like, through it, like it's through a speaker. And so they put distortion on his vocals. Like that's 1967.
Right.
Like people do that now to sound like heavy.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Right.
he was just like,
Yeah,
no,
it's
I just
cutting
want it to
edge,
sound
man.
weird." Yeah. So that's my favorite record is definitely White Album.
Yeah.
Okay, just a few more. King Diamond.
Abigail,
Rules.
probably.
Do I
have
get
a
to use
favorite.
Merciful Fate or
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
okay, Melissa?
All right. Iron Maiden.
Peace of Mind.
Killers.
I would go with Killers or Number. I don't know.
I sound like such a fucking first album hipster with all these questions. I'm not always like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, two more. Slayer.
Show No Mercy. No, I sound like the first
Probably
album
the
hipster.
first.
Rain and Blood,
First
I
record.
guess.
Yeah, the first record. Yeah.
Okay, and Kiss.
Ah, fuck.
Man, like
Creatures of the
early-
Night.
Like early Kiss, dude.
Yeah, I like all the early, like when it's still like
Yeah.
glam rock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any of
that,
those
like,
ones.
Yeah, everything up to Kiss Alive 2.
and you know what's so
You know.
cool is that like them and Rush were like great friends.
Yeah, they're like bros. I love that.
And
Yeah, they
that's
took
the-
Rush out on their first American tour.
I love to watch, like there was that great Rush doc that's on Netflix, Beyond the
yeah, it
Lighted
was a really
Stage.
good doc.
Oh,
It was it is such a good doc. Even if you don't even know the band and don't even like them, it's just fun to watch
Mhm.
because yeah, it's just great. And like they showed like what was the thing? It was like Gene douche cunt Gene was
Right.
talking about bringing chicks back, and like they would knock on Rush's door and like they're all just reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they're like, what are
Yes.
you guys doing? And they're just reading.
yeah.
Oh,
I read
shit.
recently, or there's an interview where apparently their first Canadian tour, they were opening up for Rory Gallagher, and he was also just like a polite small town person like they were, so they became like lifelong bros.
That's
And
great.
then when Moving Pictures came out and they were touring like stadiums, they brought him out and were like, yo, treat this guy like a king.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, we got our last game. We're getting ready. We're winding things up, gentlemen. I think Vic's throwing for the longest episode ever.
Yeah, I got to break some records here.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this is called Name That Festival. Volcana is playing a festival with 2 other artists. I'm going to spin the wheel of mystery to find these 2 other bands, and then I'd like for you to name the festival that you're all playing at. So I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. All right. Here is the wheel of mystery.
That's
So
awesome.
Volcana, now we're
Nice.
going to see who is playing with Volcana. Okay, the first one. Oh, it looks like, lucky you
Oh,
bastard,
yes.
Spinal Tap.
Fuck yes.
That is awesome.
So
Fuck
far,
yeah.
so good.
I was hoping it was going to be Garth Brooks. I mean, that'd be a good show too.
Yeah.
I'm game.
All right, and fucking Ape.
Yeah.
Ape, Baby
Alright.
Metal.
Yeah, they're cool.
All right, so we got Baby Metal, Spinal
Spinal
Tap,
Tap.
and Volcana are playing at a festival together. What is the name of that festival?
Uh,
I mean, it's all joke bands, so like
break
joke
like
bands
a
and us.
break like the yeah.
It's
Jokes
like
on you. Jokes on you.
It's
Fest.
Joke's
like-
on you.
Yeah.
joke M ring.
Nice.
Yeah.
Joke Pop Festival.
Joke pop.
Joke
Joke
Stock.
Pop.
Joke Stock, dude.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. Our last 2 questions. We're all fans of other artists. What is your favorite piece of memorabilia?
Oh, dude.
I have, I
Mm.
mean, like, so, because we've been over this question so many times, and it can literally be any kind of memorabilia
T-shirt,
too.
ticket stub, autograph, anything that.
Yeah.
I've got I've got a few things that I really like. I got this piece of I saw October 31, which is King Folly from Deceased's other band, play in Cleveland, and he puts on such a killer show, and he's very animated, and he's very like into his audiences. And so he played one of their songs, and in the middle of it, he busts into Saxon's, what is it, The Power and the Glory, I think is the name of the song. And he has this sign that it's like this, cardstock, I don't know how big it was. It was probably a couple feet long. You can get him like at any store. And he had scrawled on this sign, power in black Sharpie. And he rips it up, and then they finish their song. So he plays an entire song. I love when bands do that. The cover's in the middle of one of their originals. And he throws a sign out. Well, I got a piece of that sign, and I had the whole band sign, and fucking the drummer died a few years back. So it's like one of those cool things that like has deeper meaning now. But shit, ticket stubs. I have a we saw Wretch at BWBK Pre-Fest, the Auburn Pre-Fest. And we, like, me and a group of friends, and we were just front row and headbanging, really into, young and having energy, those kind of kids. And the front man loved us so much. He was just this little short guy, man, like a battle dwarf. And he had these cool, like, lifting gloves, like fingerless lifting gloves on, and he throws them out to the audience. And me and my buddy got them, but we had to like fall over the pit divider thing. We like kind of like fell over it to get it. They didn't kick us out for it or anything. I still have that. Got all kinds of shit. This one actually includes Jeff. When you guys opened for Destruction, I think it was. No, it was you guys in Fintroll, right? You went on a tour of Fintroll, didn't you?
Nope.
No, are you sure?
Yes.
Don't make me look behind me and try to find that.
Are you sure? Yes.
Damn. No, I think
No,
maybe I got
Warbringer
that
did
one.
that one, but that wasn't my time with them.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't your time. So they didn't get mad. So I didn't get to keep that thing then. I almost had one of Destruction's beer bottles. So I go up to the green room in Cleveland.
I can
in
get you a
Peabody.
Destruction beer bottle if you want. I just
Yeah.
found out I missed them like last week in Seattle.
Oh, really? You'd have got it
Here's
for
a
free,
really
man.
rad dude when you're not on
Yeah, right.
tour.
So I go up with Mantic Ritual up to the green room in Peabody's, which it was upstairs, up across from that weird lounge. I don't know if you guys remember that. There was like there was like there was the Pirates Cove, Peabody's main stage, and then the Rockstar Lounge upstairs. Well, the green room was across away from that. And I go in there, and I'd already done this before. I went into the green, and Peabody's never gave the openers because there was 800 of them drink tickets. You had to buy your fucking beer, and you played for free. So I go up to that green room, and I'm talking to Jeff, and I went over to the like I don't know, 6 cases of Heineken that Destruction had, and I grab a beer, and Dan goes, "Hey, please don't do that." And I, dude, yeah, you were talking about gear. I think Jeff, you were talking to gear to me, and Dan's like going, "Please don't do that." And I go, "What? Crack?" And I cracked the beer open and I started drinking it. I almost had that one, but they caught the bottle on me as I was trying to leave. And they're like, "You can't take that bottle outside." It was empty, and I was like, "It's fucking empty." But I actually have one. I stole one from Fintroll too, and they all signed it at the end of the show. I did manage to smuggle that
You
out.
just steal their beers. That's a great.
Yeah, I was stealing the headliner beers. Fucking just, I want a beer. Give me a beer for free. But yeah, I've got some stuff. I keep a lot of shit, a lot of tour posters and shit like that. That's memorabilia. Go ahead, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to take up so much time on that.
That's all good. Glenn, you got one?
No, I forget. I have a like a piece of loose leaf paper that just says to Glenn from Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was my like aunt's brother was in the business and he worked for the company that would book shows for them, and it was like I was like 14, just started getting into them, and they got me that out of nowhere. I was like, oh my God. And then when I saw them, when I told you, I was so little, I was like scared to talk to anybody backstage by like a catering area. And all of a sudden, like Jordan comes out through these doors, and he's just such a nice person. And he was like, "Are you all right? Like, do you need anything? Like, who are you with?" And I told him, and he's like, "Oh, you know what? Hang on 1 second." And he left. He came back, didn't even without like missing a beat, and he's like, "Here you go." And he gave me the sticks that Mike used that night.
Oh,
Sick.
nice.
So I
That's
still
cool.
have those with like the framed little thing from them, which is awesome.
Cool.
You
That's
know,
cool.
I'm not a big, admittedly, I'm really not a big autograph guy. Like when I met Mangini, he was like, "You want me to sign anything? Do it." I was like, "No, it's cool. Let's just talk about drums, dude."
Yeah.
And he
Nice.
like, I don't
Nice.
care about, I don't like pictures with people. Like I hate being like, hey, like, do you mind? Can I just get one with you? Like I don't care about that really. I would rather the moment. You know what? Like everyone always thinks that like Lars and Metallica are assholes, but you watch these backstage things, like those guys look so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every fan, like
Totally.
I've seen that one where James walks in and hands that like random Brazilian fan like his guitar,
and he
and then he
goes,
signs
Yeah.
it.
The kid's
Dude,
like,
that dude, yeah,
He just-
that dude like has a heart attack.
yeah.
he just stays like this for like an hour.
Yeah. Yes.
And
It was
James
like,
like, "Are you
yeah.
all right, man?"
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
I want to
so
see
cool.
if I have mine still, because it might have fallen off here.
What do you have?
You took that guitar from that Brazilian fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucker punched him in the nads and stole it from him.
I don't know if it fell off. This is the old
All the cool tour fucking
Oh,
the
passes,
pass collection.
man. Fuck
The
yeah.
lanyards, nice.
I had one that John Locks made, and he's the Warbringer guitar player guy. He made this amazing one where they were like, "You have to make your own laminate for this tour. Like, just show us what it is." And he made it, and it was just like, it looked like graphic design you would see on like a 3rd grade girls thing, and it was all pink, and it said Warbringer Girls Rule Tour 2014, and it was 2 girls in like a Power Wheels. And it was like all photoshopped amazingly. I was like, I didn't even go on that tour. That was the one right after I quit, but he hooked me up with one, and I was like, that is fucking amazing. I don't have that, but I got a lot of cool shit. I got like my first concert me and my high school buddies went to. We saw Korn, and they shot off like glitter at the end, these big like chunks of it, and what do you call it, confetti. And we each grabbed a piece, and we're like, we're always going to keep this. This is from our first concert. I still have it somewhere.
Yeah.
I have a lot of pictures. I have a great picture where whenever I was like 16 and my friends and I all drove like 2.5 hours, and we saw Symphony X, and we were getting a picture. We got this picture with Michael Romeo where my 2 friends, there were these girls, and they each kissed him on the cheek right as we took the picture, and his eyebrow arches up like amazingly. And it's really funny. And I love the picture because he goes to walk away, and his hair was caught in my friend's eyebrow piercing.
Oh my God.
And we're all like, oh my God, we're meeting like our musical god. And she's like, hold on, wait.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was really
Nice.
funny.
Nice.
So I like that photo. I have a picture of Alexei Laiho on Bodum's first U.S. tour, and we were the only people there who gave a fuck about them. And he's like, we're all in high school, and he's like our size, and he only had like
Yeah.
2 tattoos back then, and it's like pretty cool to have now, especially.
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent. Well, gentlemen, I think we've come to the end of our show. And we've asked all kinds of questions. I want to thank you all for, even you, Vic.
Yeah,
Glenn,
you're welcome.
Glenn and Jeff, thanks for showing up and
Thank
hanging
you,
out with
Vic.
us.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
man.
get
Yeah, no
constantly.
worries.
Yeah,
Glad to be here. This was fun.
Yeah, this is great.
yeah, it's nice.
you.
You know, we're excited for the new Volcana record.
Mhm.
We know it's coming out. And that's great. Looking forward to that. We'll ask you, even though it's Vic, we'll ask you guys. We always ask all of our guests if they would do a bumper for us. You can introduce yourselves, Glenn, Jeff,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
from Volcana, and you're watching and listening to Heavy Metal Horror. Would you be kind enough to do that for us?
Sure.
Yeah.
Here, I'll start. Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah, do it.
Hi, this is Gene Simmons, the cunt, and I. No. All right.
That's
I
that's
kind of wish you
fantastic.
would have ran with that.
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be the best one ever.
Hey guys. No. All right. Hey guys, this is Glen from Volcana, and you're listening to Heavy Metal Horror.
Yeah, what he said. I like it. I'm not doing one now.
Hey guys, this is Jeff from Volcana, and you are listening to Heavy Metal Horror.
Excellent.
Hey, what's
excellent.
up? My name's Steve, and I make click tracks. And you're watching the show and listening to it, and it's the Heavy Show Heavy Hour on WNCX 98.5.
Yeah, classic. Ooh, Uncle Vic coming at you. Or if we're gonna, yes, nice. All right, we're gonna do our commercial and we'll get out of here. Hey, you can find Heavy Metal Horror on unsaneradio.com. Listen to full episodes or download to your device. You can find us on Facebook, Heavy Metal Horror Podcast. On Instagram, look for Montag Lewis, one word. Our YouTube page, Heavy Metal Horror Podcast. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And we're on Roku, Hotel Metal Jam. If you know someone who'd like our show, tell them about us. This has been Montag, Master of Illusion.
Chop top.
And you've been watching and listening to, okay guys, bring up the horns.
Horns.
Heavy Metal Horror.
Yeah.
This is Doug Helvering, and you have been listening to Heavy Metal Horror, the best podcast that you've never heard before.